Hey second grade, happy Thursday. I'm super excited for today's video because you are going to be taking all of the information that you've learned from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday and applying it to read this passage that's a little bit longer. So remember, your teacher sent you a message on Monday that has all of the different videos for this week. Make sure you click on Thursday's passage, and this is where you're going to find Manny's Ugly Morning. Remember, you don't have to print these out. This is something that you can do just on your screen. What's important is that you're reading the passage and practicing answering the questions, okay? So as you can see, this passage is a little bit longer. All you need to do is read the passage and then work on answering the questions at the bottom. Now this handout wants you to underline your evidence using a crayon. If you're not going to print off this passage, you can just write out the evidence on a piece of paper or tell it to an adult or a family member what the evidence is. If you do have a printer and are printing this out, but you don't have crayons, you don't have to use blue, red, or green. You can use a pencil, you can use colored pencils, markers, pens, whatever you have, okay? Does not have to be these exact colors. One of the first things that I like to do before I'm going to read a passage where I know I'm going to have to answer some questions is I always like to look at the questions first so that my brain is ready to look for the answers to those questions when I'm reading the passage. So the first question says, what kind of mood was Manny in when he woke up? Number 2, how did Manny's day go as the day continued? Number 3, what do you think Manny's mom gave him at the end? I also notice after all 3 of these questions, I have a second question to answer, which is, why do you say that? So when you're able to answer what kind of mood Manny is in when he wakes up, how did you know that that was the mood he was in? You need to find that text evidence, and that's where the crayons come into play. Again, you do not need to print this off in order to complete this. You can read it on your computer screen and talk about the evidence with a family member. When you have finished reading Manny's Ugly Morning and you've answered all 3 of your questions, send a picture to your teacher and let them know how you did.